This next part of the walkthrough, it's not necessary for your quest, but one of the things we're going to be getting in this part is necessary, but just not yet. It will be eventually. Since we're in the area and there's a few secret ruby locations here, I figure why don't we just get the rubies, and buy the item we need. So, head a few screens left, place a bomb against the rocks, and here we got 30 secret rupees. How nice. We want to head up a screen, and here's the lost woods. We're gonna get to this area a little later. There's no need to go any further. Some maneuver around here, and you want to burn the tree here at the bottom right to reveal a staircase. And here we got yet another secret ruby moblin hideout, whatever you want to call it. This one only contains 10 rubies, but we have plenty of rubies now for what we want to buy. And we want to make our way to the shop. It's actually the same shop we were at earlier when we bought the blue ring. This time we want to buy the bait. The bait is actually available at other shops throughout Hyrule, but it's the cheapest within this shop. So if you remember correctly, just tap the Armo statue here at the top. 60 rubies get you the bait. So purchase it. Now, earlier you gave the old woman the letter, and now that allows you to buy potions from potion shops. Not sure if any of you used that and bought potions, but it's a good idea to get a red potion now, just in case, because the next dungeon, especially the next dungeon boss, is a little difficult, and you might actually need that. There's one more thing we want to do before making our way to the next dungeon, and because in the previous dungeon we got the raft, this now lets us get one additional heart container. And it's all the way on the other side of Hyrule too, so you're going to need to go on quite a journey here. Just keep heading right, all the way right. Just kill these Octoroks if you want. There's not many more things we're going to need to buy anymore in the game. Actually, there's only a few upgrades we're going to get. Other than that, there's nothing else we're going to need to buy. So, any more rubies you want to get, you're actually only going to need 200 more rubies total to get everything else in the game, unless you want some more potions. So we've basically gone through all the secret ruby locations, so you can sort of tell which enemies you want to kill nowadays just to get some rubies. Anyway, head all the way to the right, and you're going to come to that particular heart container. We're going to need the step ladder, which we'll be getting later. Come to this screen here and use the raft right up here. Takes you to the secret area. It looks like a dungeon, but actually it's just a cave, and it's got, you know, the heart container or the red potion. And don't ever buy the red potion, as I said earlier. Just grab the heart container and exit. And with that, we are ready to get to the next dungeon. And it's actually all the way back right where we just were, just about. It's almost by the starting screen. You can take any path you'd like. I like to switch it up once in a while. Get some new scenery, I guess. Kill some of these enemies if you'd like. Like I said earlier, there's not much else you're going to need from these guys, other than if you want to fill up your hearts or get some extra bombs. But that's just about it. We're going to need 200 rubies, like I said. So, but you're going to be killing enemies within the dungeons, and also every time, if you are a fan of the arrows, personally I don't use the arrows much, but if you do use the arrows, for every arrow you use a rupee. So it's another reason you can use rupees. Anyway, get back to this screen, which is sort of close to the start screen. Use your raft across that platform. And here we are at the 4th dungeon. The snake. Right when you enter the dungeon, just head left the screen, and you'll find a bunch of keys here. And you can use your candle, or however you want to defeat these guys. and a key will drop for you. Pick it up and head right to screen. You may or may have not noticed, but we actually had 2 extra keys when we entered this dungeon. The reason for that is in previous dungeons there was an abundance of keys. However, in this dungeon, there's actually more locked doors than keys available. So we're going to actually have to conserve some of them. Anyway, head into this room, light up the room, and then grab the compass. These enemies here, they're called Vyres, and it's best to just avoid them, because if you do hit them, they split into 2 red keys, and you can kill them too, but killing either the Vyre or the keys, they don't give you anything. They don't give you any extra hearts, rubies, nothing. So if you don't need to kill them, just don't bother. So navigate through the couple rooms here. You want to keep your blue candle equipped, because most of these rooms are dark and you're going to need to light up the room. It's just more convenient to have it equipped. And get to this room, grab the key in the center. You can kill these Zols if you need some extra hearts or rubies. Once again, a dark room. Just light it up with the blue candle. Use one of your keys on the locked door on the right. Don't mind the locked door at the top. This is one of those locked doors where it's useless to open, and we will not do so. I'll tell you a little bit why when we get into that other room. Anyway, you're gonna have to kill all the Vyres and the red keys here, and the door will open on the right. Here we got 2 Zols, 2 bubbles, and the introduction of lights. And these guys, be careful, because if you get too close to you, and they'll attack you, and they'll like suck you in, and they'll grab your shield. So you want to be careful. Anyway, push that block to the left, head down this little cutscene area, and here we got the step ladder. And this will allow us to take some shortcuts in the dungeon, in the overworld, and it'll let us get another heart container later on. Alright, back in this room, head back left to screen. And here you can see what the step ladder does is you can step over 1 block. It's pretty useful. Makes things a little easier. Head back left to screen, step over the water here with the step ladder. Use one of the keys at the door on the top. Head up it. You don't need to kill these guys. Just head through the room on the right, and once again it'll get dark. And this is the room where you didn't need to use that key at the bottom, because it would have taken you right there, and you cannot get to this side of the screen from here. So just grab the map, head back left to screen. Bunch more Vyres here. You just avoid them, head up the screen. And here we got a manhandler in the middle of the dungeon. It's kind of weird, but you actually don't even need to kill him, because there's a secret to the right where you can place a bomb. If you do head up here, it'll just be an old man giving you information to walk into the waterfall, which eventually gives you more information, but we actually don't even need that information, because we already did most of those things. Anyway, you can bomb both of these walls here. Just head up, grab the key. There's a room to the right of there, but all it is a bunch of traps, and we actually don't need to go through because it would just eventually lead you here. In this room, we do have to kill these Vyres and these and the red keys they turn into in order to open the door on the right. So just use your sword. You can use your boomerang against these keys or the candle, and then you want to push this block to the left. Head right to screen, and here's one of the tougher bosses in the game, Gleeok. What you want to do is just move left and right, up and down, going in and striking its heads. Once you hit one of the heads a certain number of times, it'll come out, and then keep hitting the other one, and it's done. You might want to use a red potion if this is giving you a little bit of a challenge, because it did give me a challenge at the beginning. Anyway, grab the heart container, head up a screen, and grab the piece of Triforce.